Serena?
Serena! Hey, we're home!
Well, maybe she's still with Grandpa, you know?
Well, I guess it's just as well because, we gotta talk about a few things, Lucy. Like where we're gonna live.
I can't think about that just yet. You know, all I can see is Serena's little face. Okay, so how are we gonna tell her that we're getting divorced?
Could you relax? It's not time yet.
I know, I'm too nervous to relax. I still can't believe I'm actually gonna meet my dad.
Livy, you look great. You don't have a thing to worry about.
I know. It's just, maybe I should have been upfront with him. You know, told him who I was instead of giving him that stupid med student wanting an interview story.
Run the risk of him shutting you down?
He might not have agreed to meet with me. You're right. For all we know, he's the world's biggest jerk, and that's why he hasn't been around all these years. Of course, that still wouldn't explain why my mother told me he was dead.
Or he didn't even know he had a daughter.
Gosh, when is he gonna be here?
Shouldn't be much longer. So, I will wish you the best of luck.
Wait, what are you doing?
I was giving you your privacy.
You can't leave. I want you here.
Don't look at me that way. You brought this on yourself.
You know, it's sad, Rachel. Buried somewhere beneath your sick need for revenge lies a potentially talented doctor.
You know, patronize me all you want, Kevin. But when they take away your medical license...
Awfully sure how this day is going to turn out, aren't you?
Given your history, yes, I am.
Given my history, you never know how this day might turn out.
So, Lee's favorite part of all this, besides telling Serena?
No part of this is good. But you can go first.
Okay, well, I'm going to miss your homemade chipped beef on toast on Sundays.
I'll give you my recipe.
Okay, and your turn.
Sleeping alone,
Scott.
especially in the winter. You know how cold this firehouse gets.
Sure do. Okay, you know, I know what our problem is.
Yeah, well, where do you want to start?
No, it's us. We're winners. We never learned how to lose. Never did learn that.
That's right, Lucy, because we always win. In the end, we win.
And you always manage to find a way to put a positive spin on things, don't you?
Okay. I'll move out.
No, you are not leaving the firehouse. This is your home. This always will be your home. I will find a place. No, I don't want you to do that. Please, you belong here. Serena? Hey!
Hey, come here. I missed you. Oh, I think you grew a foot.
No, I didn't. I had the same 2 feet I always had.
Oh,
comedian,
come here.
all of a sudden.
Come here. I missed you. I missed your hugs. Oh, boy. Whoa, where's Grandpa Lee?
Oh, he just dropped me off.
Oh.
He said he'd have his own reunion with you guys later.
Okay.
So, did you find her?
No, Serena, we didn't. Not this time.
So we're gonna have to keep on looking.
Well, of course we are. We're going to keep on looking. And next sighting, one of us out there on a plane right away.
That's right. In the meantime, we're going to stick with you.
Yeah.
Where's your bags, Lucy?
Well, Pumpkinhead, I had the driver take him back to the hotel.
We're giving up, aren't we?
No, we're not giving up. We're going to keep looking for Christina, and we're going to find her.
That's not what I mean. We're giving up on us. We're getting a divorce.
Livy, you're meeting your father for the first time. That's a pretty big deal for both of you.
I know,
Yeah, but you don't want, him to feel uncomfortable. He's got to absorb this news you're about to give him. Have a strange guy sitting here.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, then.
Wait, Chris.
Yeah?
Thank you
For what?
for being so understanding and sensitive about all this.
Yeah, well, I just hope maybe he can shed some light on the secrets your mother's been hiding from you.
So where are you going to be?
I'll be in the bar. And don't worry. He's gonna love you. How could he not?
Charlie? Charlie McMillan?
Yes. Dr. Locke?
Yes. Well, nice to meet you. Traffic was insane. I didn't think I was going to make it. So, have you ordered yet? I'm famished. You okay?
What?
I don't know. You just look a little surprised. Like, I don't know, like I should be even taller or something.
No, it's not that at all. You suddenly seem so familiar.
Oh, well, I've been told I have one of those faces. So, should we get on with the interview?
Yeah, sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're the one supposed to be asking me questions.
No. I mean, yes. I mean, I'm not here to interview you. And my name isn't Charlie McMillan. It's Livy. Olivia, actually, Olivia Locke. I'm your daughter.
No, I'm sorry. I am sorry. I think
Look,
you
I know this must be shocking to you. You probably didn't even know I existed, right?
No, actually, that's not true. I do know who you are.
You do?
But I'm not your father.
I'd like to start off by saying that I regret having to make charges against any colleague, but I feel as though I've been forced to. Not only is the integrity of our profession at stake, but also the well-being of a patient.
Dr. Locke, would you tell us how you came to believe Dr. Collins acted improperly?
Yes. I discovered that Dr. Collins was treating a very young woman, barely of age, alone in a hotel room. More often than not, very late at night.
According to Dr. Collins, the patient, Charlotte McMillan, preferred that arrangement.
Yes, according to Dr. Collins, but without her testimony, all we have is his word. And given the doctor's past history as a female predator,
Wait a minute. I thought we were sticking to the matter at hand.
We can't ignore your prior troubles in this area. Troubles that led to a previous suspension of your license.
You're right. My license was suspended, and I don't deny that what I did then was wrong. But since it's been introduced, anyone who knows me now can tell you that those days are well behind me.
I can tell them. I would never have reinstated Dr. Collins back to General Hospital if there had been any doubt as to his competence or his integrity.
And as for Charlotte McMillan, nothing improper has occurred between us. Nothing. It is a doctor-patient relationship and nothing more.
That's for the committee to decide upon a full hearing of the evidence.
Evidence? There is no evidence.
After which, we'll rule as to whether you keep your license or lose it permanently.
Look, you have to be my father. You're Joshua Locke, right?
Yes, I am.
And you were married to Rachel Locke, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Well, she's my mom, and your name is on my birth certificate.
Well, it shouldn't be.
I know what's going on. You're denying it because you didn't want to have anything to do with me. That's why you walked out on us.
No, that's not what happened.
That's why my mother told me you were dead, because she knew you didn't want to have anything to do with me.
Please, if I could just explain.
Fine, I'm listening.
Your mother and I met in college. Rachel Reese. We studied together. We were in pre-med. We fell in love. She wanted to get married.
But you didn't.
Listen, it wasn't the right time. I had big plans for myself. I was going to be a doctor. But eventually, she's determined, and she convinced me to elope.
Was it because she was pregnant?
No, I never got Rachel pregnant.
But I don't understand.
Listen, I didn't even find out about you until after we were married.
This can't be true.
I was just as shocked as you are to find out that Rachel actually hid the fact that she had a child from me.
Oh, my God.
I wasn't ready to be married, much less be a father.
So you left.
Well, even if I was ready, the fact that she hid something that was so important.
When did all this happen?
15 years ago.
So I was 3.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Listen, why is everybody so suddenly curious about Rachel?
What do you mean?
Well, just the other day, a guy came to visit me, and he was asking me questions about her.
Oh, I was a private investigator I hired to find out some things. Yeah, he was sure you were my father.
Listen, if you want me to take a blood test, I will gladly do
It's
that.
okay, I believe you.
I should go.
Before you do, could I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you have any idea who my real father is?
No, I'm sorry, I don't. But I will tell you one thing. Whoever he is, he's missing something very special.
And you probably don't know why my mom made all this up either, right?
The only thing I can tell you is that Rachel, at least the Rachel I knew, was a master at keeping secrets.
There was only one reason to treat this patient in her hotel room. That's because I felt it was what was best for her.
And why exactly did you feel that way? I can assure you, whatever's revealed in this hearing will remain confidential.
The patient was extremely distressed over a recurring nightmare that she's been having, one that's plagued her most of her life.
Go on.
I believe the dreams are connected to her relationship with her family, over issues from the past that they refuse to discuss with her. Her mother, in particular, is extremely controlling and manipulative. So much so that Charlie has been forced to suppress all of her anger and denial to the point where it only feeds her deep insecurities.
Dr. Collins, what does this have to do with your treating her in a hotel room?
Because the patient had expressed, actually displayed, a deep fear of the traditional therapeutic process, almost phobic. I'm not sure why. We're still in the early stages. But she would call me after these paralyzing nightmares, emphasis on night, and I just didn't feel that take 2 aspirin and meet me at my office in the morning was an appropriate response. So I agreed to meet the patient where she felt most safe, which happens to be in a suite at the Port Charles Hotel, which also happens to be where she is living.
Did you consult Dr. Baldwin as to whether or not it'd be wise to treat this young woman outside your office?
Nothing improper was going on, so I didn't think it would be necessary.
We only have Dr. Collins' word for that, since the patient has refused to step forward on his behalf.
Dr. Collins, did you ask Charlie McMillan to speak on your behalf?
Yes, but she declined. Out of concern for her privacy.
What about a notarized affidavit?
She was willing to do that, but I felt the stress of getting her involved would be too much.
Thank you, Dr. Collins. Now I'd like to hear from Dr. Baldwin.
Ever since Dr. Collins has returned to his work at General Hospital, I have found him to be nothing less than a competent professional.
But you'd agree he didn't exercise the best judgment in this particular case.
Well, as he said, the patient was more comfortable in her own
hotel room, yes. But in light of his history, don't you think he might have referred the girl at that point to a female therapist?
Well, I suppose he might have.
If he had come to you, would that have been your recommendation?
Perhaps, but I do believe he acted only in the best interest of this young woman.
Thank you, Dr. Baldwin.
This hearing is adjourned. Dr. Collins will reconvene as soon as a decision's been reached.
So, how'd it go?
He's not my father.
What are you talking about? That's impossible. Denny said that he was.
Look, I know what Denny said, but he must have gotten something wrong.
Are you sure?
Yeah, my mom made the whole thing up. My whole life is one big lie.
Olivia, I'm sorry.
How
I don't know what
could
to
she
say.
do this? What possible reason could she have for lying to me about who my father is?
I can't imagine.
Let's go.
Where?
Back to Port Charles.
All right, but what are you gonna do?
Find my mother and get some answers.
So, how's this gonna work? Where's everybody gonna live?
Oh, well, we're still working that out. We haven't fixed that. But you know what? Listen, you need to know that your life isn't going to change. Nothing's going to disrupt your flow. You know, you got your bedroom here, and you're going to be right here in the firehouse. And then when I find a place, you'll be wherever I am, too, you know?
If I try to be better, could we try it again?
No. You see, you are the bestest girl in the whole world. You couldn't be any better.
Serena, this has nothing to do with you, and I want you to know that, okay?
But it all started when I yelled at you, Lucy.
No. That has nothing to do with it, really, Sweet Pea. I promise. It started long before that. We just didn't see it.
Guess what, Serena? If you run upstairs to your room, you're gonna find this present that I got you when we were in Paris.
I don't think I really want a present.
No, you're gonna like
Oh, yeah, you'll like it. You'll really like it, and I promise I'm not going anywhere. I will stay right here until you come back down, okay? Okay. So that could have gone a lot better.
There's something I want to say to you.
I sort of got that when you sent her upstairs for her present.
Well, you're her mother.
Yeah, my heart is breaking, so I guess that sort of indicates that right now, right?
Okay. If anything was to ever happen to me, I just want the world to know where Serena belongs. Are you following me?
I'm not sure.
Look, before we do this other thing, a divorce, there's something that has to be taken care of. In fact, it's a condition on us splitting up.
What is that?
Would you officially adopt Serena?
Would I? Would of course, yes, of course, would I?
See, this is a good part to this.
Scott Bowen, you can just drive a girl crazy. You know that? You just drive me crazy.
Dr. Collins, we've weighed both sides of the testimony very carefully. And while we'd like to believe your reasons for meeting your young patient in her hotel room late at night were motivated purely by professional concern, without her testimony, the charges simply cannot be overlooked, especially when coupled with your past troubles of a similar nature. Thus, we have no choice.
Are you kidding me?
Dr. Collins.
You people haven't heard a word I've said, let alone seen any evidence. This woman didn't come to you out of any concern for my patient or any patient. This is a personal vendetta born of something that happened years ago, let alone her own recent suspension.
He is a dangerous man and very clever at hiding it. He'll have you believe that he's caring and concerned and very dedicated when all he truly wants is to prey on vulnerable women whose only error is putting their trust in him. If you don't stop him, Dr. Collins will continue to hurt women. Much like his patient, Charlie McMillan. I can guarantee you he's already hurt her.
That's a lie. Don't believe anything this woman says. She's a liar. You're a liar.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next Port Charles.
Port Charles.
Planning on doing a little fishing?
My name isn't Charlie. It's really Livy, Olivia Locke, and she's my mother.
An all-new episode of All My Children is coming up next. But if you found yourself short a couple of children this week, find the missing ones with the All My Children Marathon. Sunday at 6:30 p.m., 3:30 Pacific. Only here on SoapNet.